App breaks my phone, does not want to pay for it back. Hi everyone, this is my first story, so please don't be rude. I'm typing on my replacement phone. One day as I was riding to my local park on my bike, I made it there and I parked my bike. I then took out my phone and started playing Pokemon Go. An app comes up and says, can I use your phone? I say no, I'm currently using it. Ek says mommy said to let me use it. Then I say no. Ek runs off and tells his mom, and the M comes over to me and says, give my son your phone. I say no, it's mine. M says, such rude tone, I will be taking that from you, and snatches my phone, but she drops it and it cracks like crazy. I shout, hey, you're gonna pay for that, and she says, oh hell no, I'm not, and she runs off. The parking lot was far away from the park area, so I could not catch up to her. I wish I could get revenge. How dare you touch my son? I should introduce the character. Entitled mother equals M. Entitled kid equals Ek. So I was at a homeschool meetup, and I noticed that M was really protective of her kid. Not really the right word though. M was insisting that Ek should be first or second in line. I thought, okay, this isn't that bad. I've seen worse. And a while passes, and then Ek punches one of my friends for beating him in musical chairs. My friend, being the great guy he is, just apologized and said, I'm sorry Ek. I hope next time you can get in. By the way, Ek was the first one out. Instead of Ek walking away or watching the game play out, he started kicking and lunching my friend. M ignores this. Eventually my friend was fed up and pushed the kid away, not hard mind you, away from him, and walked away. M yells at him, how dare you touch my kid? You're not his mom or dad. Get over here right, I need to talk to you. I couldn't hear the whole thing, but it went something like this. M, you can't touch my son, he's mine, not yours. My friend, ma'am, he was punching and kicking me. M, it was just a bit of fun. Go over there and apologize right now. That's all I heard, cause I had to go do another activity. But my friend came back to me later, red face down, defeated looking. Entitled mother thinks no touching doesn't apply to her or her kids. I'm sitting in the art portion of museum, and there's an entitled mother, albeit a mild one. There's an art exhibit which is colored paper strung up on string that's about 6 meters tall, 8 meters wide, 4 meters deep. It has multiple signs saying back quote, no touching. This woman walked up with 2 small kids, one maybe 4 or 5, one about 3. Both of them started immediately touching the papers and laughing, as kids would do. The mum was standing very close to the no touching sign and looking down towards it, but I'll give her the benefit of the doubt and assume she missed it. However, a member of museum staff was walking past, clearly in a bit of a rush to get somewhere. She said in passing back quote, hey, please let your kids know that they aren't allowed to touch the exhibits, and as she walks away the M just glared at her. She then proceeded to let her kids touch and pull at the exhibit, take selfies where she herself was also touching the exhibit, and dancing where there was a risk of her or her children falling into the exhibit. Her only saving grace is that she stopped the younger one from running directly through the exhibit itself. Woman drives through a soccer field because she doesn't know how to drive a car. So I'm 15 and I was riding in the car with my mom to my little brother's cross-country meet. We were driving around looking for a place to park. We went to the back of the parking lot and there was a roundabout kind of turnaround. There was a line of cars and we were in the front. We parked on the side so that the cars can still get through, but it was our actual parking spot. This lady is behind the line of cars and she starts screaming at my mom and this car of an elderly couple. She was like, could you move? Said in the same way a Karen said, let me speak to your manager, and the elderly people said no and my mom said no, and this guy in a Jeep behind her said she could just back up and pull her car through. She looked at us like, do you think I know how to drive a car? I don't think so. And said I'll just take my car through the field, and everyone, 10 cars behind her, said no, just go through, and she had a little temper tantrum and drove her mom bus looking SUV straight through the cross-country track. It was lucky that there were no kids there and everyone looked at each other like wow, she was crazy. So that's my story, and I'm sorry if there are spelling/grammar errors. I'm typing this on mobile.